Right now, live at 5, a former police chief throws his hat in the ring to become the next St. Louis County Sheriff. Plus,
as Superior's child care crisis continues, the way the city is investing in local providers.
And a local organization is celebrating its 40th anniversary of helping feed those in need with a throwback to how it all began.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Briggs Savage. New at 5, a former Duluth police chief is running for St. Louis County Sheriff. Gordon Ramsay teased that possibility in an interview with us back in December, but today he launched his campaign and made it official. CBS 3's Rob Coles tells us what Ramsay plans to accomplish if elected. Rob?
Well, in total, Gordon Ramsay has almost 30 years of law enforcement experience. From 2006 to 2016, he served as police chief in Duluth. Then in 2016, he took the police chief job in Wichita, Kansas. He stepped down from that role at the beginning of the month and just moved back to Duluth with his family. Ramsay says under his leadership, he was able to reduce serious crime in Duluth and decrease domestic violence in Wichita. If elected sheriff, he says his top 3 goals would be reducing crime, building strong relationships with other public safety and community organizations, and improving wages and benefits for law enforcement agencies amid big challenges in recruiting. The current St. Louis County Sheriff, Ross Littman, plans to retire at the end of his term. So far, his undersheriff, Jason Lakovsky, and military police officer Chad Walsh have both joined the race.
All right, thanks, Rob. And by the way, that seat will be on the ballot in November.
Superior city leaders are taking steps to combat the city's growing child care crisis.
But soon, new grants will be available to help providers stay afloat.
CBS 3's Natalie Grant has been following the crisis and breaks down how important this new money is.
Kristen, Briggs, just in the last several weeks, 2 of Superior's child care providers have closed, saying financially staff recruitment and retention are just too big of challenges to overcome. Now, city leaders are trying to make sure that the other 20 providers in the city are able to survive. Now, back in February, the Superior City Council unanimously approved $200,000 of American Rescue Plan money to be set aside for the Superior Child Care Relief Grants. Now, through this new grant program, providers have the ability to receive up to $10,000 of grant money, depending on the services that they offer. Superior City Councilor Jenny Van Sickle has been leading this effort. She says it's the city's job to support these providers to ensure the community has the resources they need.
In the last month, we've seen 2 centers close. That's something like 70 kids displaced. And we have to do everything we can to help these businesses stay open.
Now, Van Sickle says that she hopes to continue working with child care centers in the area to secure some additional funding from the state. Now, during tonight's city council meeting, they will be finalizing the eligibility requirements for these grants, hoping to get applications open to providers by April 1st. Now, coming up tonight at 6, we're hearing from one Superior daycare that has been in the business for almost 30 years and the struggles they say they are facing just to keep their doors open.
Thanks, Natalie. Meanwhile, here in Duluth, Mayor Emily Larson will deliver her 6th State of the City address in 2 weeks. Today, she announced the event will happen at 6:30 p.m. March 29th at the deck. You can attend this in person, but we will also live stream the speech on our Facebook page and at cbs3duluth.com.
A Duluth teen has been charged with murder after allegedly stabbing his 19-year-old family member to death. It happened Friday night at a home near 17th Avenue East and Superior Street. Police first responded to a possible assault there around 6:40, but when they arrived, they determined nothing had happened and cleared the scene at 6:55. 9 minutes later, police responded to the same home on a medical call. That's where they found Karima Fuley unresponsive with stab wounds. The 19-year-old died at the scene. A 15-year-old who originally told police he was 14 was arrested, and he made his first court appearance today, where he was charged with second-degree murder. Because it's a juvenile case, a lot of information isn't public yet. Duluth police still have not said what led up to the stabbing or how the victim and the suspect are related. We also asked police to share more information about why they cleared the scene after that first call. They say it's still a very active investigation. We'll update you when we learn more.
President Biden is gearing up to go to Europe next week for a major NATO and European Council gathering.
The U.S., Europe, and Canada have all announced new economic sanctions against Russia, though Ukrainian President Zelensky is appealing to the West to do more. Skylar Henry reports from the White House.
President Biden signed a bill that includes more than $13 billion in humanitarian, economic, and military aid to Ukraine.
We're moving urgently to further augment the support to the brave people of Ukraine as they defend their country.
Next week, he'll go to Europe for meetings with NATO allies.
His goal is to meet in person, face-to-face, with his European counterparts and talk about and assess where we are at this point in the conflict.
Tuesday, the leaders of Poland, the Czech Republic, and Slovenia embarked on a trip to Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, even as Russian strikes continued there.
We see the result of bombing. People died.
The mayor of Kyiv has imposed a curfew. Meanwhile, Russian forces have also unleashed new artillery strikes in Ukraine's second largest city, Kharkiv. In what's likely a preview of Wednesday's planned speech to Congress, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky addressed Canada's parliament.
Close the airspace. How many more cruise missiles have to fall on our cities until you make this happen?
The Biden administration has imposed a new wave of sanctions against 11 Russian defense officials and the president of Belarus and his immediate family members. Moscow has retaliated with its own set of largely symbolic sanctions on President Joe Biden, his son Hunter Biden, and several top administration officials.
None of us are planning tourist trips to Russia. None of us have bank accounts that we won't be able to access, so we will forge ahead.
Canada, the United Kingdom, and the European Union also hit Russia with more economic sanctions Tuesday. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
The humanitarian crisis surrounding Ukraine continues to grow. The United Nations now says 3 million people have fled since the invasion, with millions more displaced inside Ukraine.
Dave joins us now for a first check of the weather. Dave, I arrived today with a fleece on and a winter jacket, but as soon as I stepped outside to get into my car, I took that winter coat off. It was so nice outside.
Yeah, the snowbanks really shrunk today thanks to the warmth that we had. And we started with sunshine, but now the sun is fading away as we have a battle between pressure systems. So here's a live look up towards the Ely area where things are still dry. You can tell on the roadways they're dry, but the sky above is getting grayer and cloudier, and that's from our battle of pressure systems. There's a small clipper running along the Canadian border tonight while we still have high pressure in the surface for much of the rest of the region. So the high wants to keep us dry, the low wants to bring us precip. It'll win with precip from the Canadian border over towards the tip of the Arrowhead in Minnesota. That zone has a 40% chance for flurries tonight, including International Falls, Crane Lake, Ely, and Grand Portage, Grand Marais. But it will stay mild, and tomorrow, I think even up north, that chance for precip will fade away as the high pressure wins out for the most part. I say the most part because it won't be a sunny day on Wednesday, but it will still be mild and it will still be dry. So tonight, most places get to be dry with a low of 32. Borderland flurries possible. Then Wednesday, 43 with clouds. When will we get sunny again, and when will this warm spell end? There's an expiration date for both counts, and I'll talk about those in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, as spring nears, Ashland is turning their focus to safety. Details on the new course as we take you around the Northland next.
Local high school hockey lives right here on Thursday Night Face-Off. Whether you're looking for scores, game-winning plays, or more, tune to CBS 3. Thursday Night Face-Off with Duncan Goldberg and Kevin Moore, brought to you by Essentia Health.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Schwabel, Getz & Sieben today.
I wanted somebody who had the resources to be able to follow up. I needed somebody who would be committed to me and who would have the energy. It was an amazing relief to sense that somebody had my back. I would highly recommend Schwabel, Getz & Sieben. Fantastic firm, fantastic people. They stood behind me 100%.
Call or visit Schwabel.com today for a free consultation.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call, check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-310-2570. That's 1-800-310-2570 now.
At 7 West Tap House, we have everything from classic American lagers to small batch craft IPAs. Our rotating selection of award-winning beers is sure to have something for you. Pair a beer with one of our mouth-watering burgers and freshly cut fries or chips. Stop in today at 7 West Tap House in downtown Duluth.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News, live at 5. Here's a live look at Bayfront Park tonight. That's where Trampled by Turtles will be playing a show this summer. Their first big Duluth concert since the pandemic. That's a big announcement today from the bluegrass-inspired folk band that was born right here in Duluth. The show is set for Saturday, July 9th, and tickets go on sale tomorrow. Dave will be in with this week's full forecast in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region.
Broadband research results in Cloquet, and a favorite community sale is returning in Eveleth. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland city by city. We start things off in Ashland tonight with an opportunity to learn a few things about ice safety. The city's Park and Rec Department is partnering with the Ashland County 4-H Youth Department to offer an ice safety and rescue basics class on April 9th. Registration opened yesterday. The hour-and-a-half course is open to youth 13 and older who spend time on the ice, whether that's for fishing, snowmobiling, or any other activity. The class fee is $15. Next, we head to Cloquet, where they are talking broadband. City staff are inviting residents to share their broadband stories and experiences, and then community members will get to hear some results from the recent broadband survey and community program. There will be 2 meetings for residents to take part in the two-way discussion. The first will be a week from today at the library, and the other will be next Thursday at Common Ground Coffee Bar and Deli. And we wrap up in Eveleth tonight, where they are looking for participants for a spring classic. Sign up is open for the annual Eveleth Citywide Rummage Sale. To get your spot on the map, residents will need to fill out the simple flyer and pay the $5 fee. Residents of Fale and Leonidas are also welcome to join, but at a $10 cost. Registration is due April 19th, and then official maps will be available May 4th. The sale itself will be Friday and Saturday, May 6th and 7th. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city.
Still to come on Live at 5, the Damiano Center is celebrating 40 years of helping the community. How they paid tribute to their roots in just a few minutes.
Yesterday we were 1 degree warmer than normal. Today we're 10 degrees warmer than normal. But this trend won't last forever. In the next 7 days we will cool back to normal. But a lot of snow is going to evaporate into the atmosphere until then. Will we get any fresh snow? There's one slight chance tonight, and I'll talk about it coming up after our break.
Stay connected to live local CBS 3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories.
When you need a paint to fit your lifestyle, Menards has got you covered. From protecting against this, or covering this, to refinishing this, we have a paint for you. You also need it in this color, or even this color. We can do that. Stop in and talk to one of our paint professionals to make your colors come to life. Right now at Menards, Revolution Interior Matte Paint and Primer is $42.98 after 11% rebate.
Winter, where cold meets play. Adventure authentically with Frost River.
Minnesota Ballet closes its 21-22 season with a powerful assortment of contemporary dances at the Deepos Family Theater, Friday and Saturday, March 25th and 26th. Don't miss this inspiring evening of performances by Duluth's own Minnesota Ballet. Tickets available at minnesotaballet.org.
Looking for a new garage? Maybe a home or cabin shell? Call Economy Garages to make your visions a reality. With over 40 years experience and over 9,000 buildings built for your friends and neighbors, you can trust us to get the job done right.
Call Economy Garages when you want it done right.
As Superior's child care crisis continues, the way the city is investing in local providers.
A little low is skirting parts of our region, could bring a little bit of snow to some towns tonight.
Tonight at 6 on CBS 3.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Warm up is here, and the return of cooler by the lake came across. We'll take a look at the high temps maps, and I'll prove that point. So, by the lake, we had 39 to 45 degrees for at least the North Shore. Inland, places like Ely or International Falls cracked 50 degrees. You know, after a long, cold winter, that sure is a very pleasant break. And a break like that likely will be with us for 6 of the next 7 days. By day 7, we may dial our numbers back to normal, which this time of year is in the upper 30s. So enjoy this while you can. Reality will return, but it should be dry for the most part, but not the all part, because there is a slight chance for some snow showers up north tonight. We'll talk about those in just a bit. Right now we have the current conditions from the airport, 45 degrees with a partly cloudy sky, southwest wind 15 miles per hour, which is creating a wind chill factor of 38 above. I guess we don't have to bundle up for that one. Relative humidity is 56%, and our current temperatures are still on the mild side, 48 to 50 up north, mid-40s for the Mesabi Range and for east central Minnesota. North Shore numbers are running 39 to 48, Upper Peninsula numbers 47 to 48, and in northern Wisconsin 45 to 48. 45 Solon Springs and Hayward, 48 for LaPointe and Ashland, and Superior almost there at 47. Right now, higher pressure has the southern half of our region, while a trough of lower pressure, little Alberta Clippers going by the northern border. So again, highs tend to bring fair weather, lows tend to bring foul weather. We get the two in vicinity, and we get a splitting of the difference. So there is a chance for some flurries tonight along the Canadian border from International Falls through Ely over towards Grand Portage, and maybe down south to Grand Marais as well. Right now, we're seeing a little bit of rain shower activity trying to come across near border country. It is warm enough right now for a little bit of rain. Could become a rain-snow mix later on tonight, and flurries as temperatures cool during the overnight. So keep in mind up north we have a chance for that. The rest of us likely will get a cloudier sky, but we should say dry as the high-pressure system works things out. But the high won't stay forever, but neither will the low. So what we get coming up after that clipper leaves tomorrow is another splitting of the difference. Another high comes in to reinforce that first one, but it will be still over in the Dakota, so it won't be quite enough in range to chase away all the clouds. Bottom line is that through even Thursday here, we could have cloudy but dry conditions. Our next decent chance for precip may not be here till next Monday, in conjunction with the cool down that we finally get. Tonight, not so cool. Low temps tonight, they'll go 30 to 35 degrees above zero. Mostly cloudy for Minnesota with border flurries possible. Wisconsin and Michigan should be mostly cloudy but dry with low temps in the 30s there. And then for tomorrow, another mild one. Wisconsin, Michigan with a cloudier sky, we get about 45 to 48 degrees. Minnesota numbers could go from 41 to 48 degrees with a mostly cloudy sky. And that mostly cloudy sky indeed could be with us through Thursday. Finally, we break back towards sunshine on Friday. Nice and warm and mild Sunday, but cooler and cloudier and perhaps even mixier once we get into next Monday and Tuesday. So this warm weather spring-like party does not last forever. Eventually things cool down and cloud up as time goes on.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much of a hit the snow takes, though. I mean, there is a lot of it, but
a lot of my driveway reappeared today. I was down there.
It's a nice feeling.
And you didn't have to shovel it. That's
well, I should and haven't are two different things.
All right. A lot of us feeling that way today. Thanks, Dave.
40 years ago to the day, Duluth's Damiano Center served its very first meal to those in need. At a special event today, the nonprofit celebrated that progress with a nod to where they started. They served the same meal they did on that first day 40 years ago, hamburger soup made from one of their volunteers' special recipes. Damiano Center leaders say it was a way to honor the past and look toward the future.
Well, we figured 40 years got to be special, that we're still around and still serving the public, and we still enjoying serving them. So they like coming here, and we just try to make sure everybody eats.
Along with a free meals and a free store, the Damiano Center also offers children's programming and other basic help. We have more information on our website.
A Northland man who suffered a traumatic brain injury is finding healing through writing. Stephen Kenworthy was involved in an industrial accident in 2004, which left him broken in body and spirit. He spent the next 16 years in and out of hospitals, rehab, and therapy. Unable to work or be physically active, Kenworthy decided to start a new project. He recorded his thoughts, dreams, and feelings in the form of a children's book called Candy Cane Lane. The illustrated story follows along a young boy where anything is possible in his dreams, a topic close to its author.
I hope people will order theirs and read and be happy. Dreams do come true. It can happen to me, it can happen to you. Keep on dreaming.
You can find Candy Cane Lane at Amazon, Kindle, and Barnes & Noble. Kenworthy has plans in the future to publish even more books. If you'd like to follow along on his journey, we have a link on our website.
The region's newest canine officer will soon hit the streets. The Hibbing Police Department says Canine Dottie and her handler, Officer Brittany Dillinger, have completed training. Dottie is coached to sniff out electronics that can hold evidence for crimes like sex trafficking, child exploitation, and terror operations. The two also learned how to support other missions, including de-escalation, workplace therapy, and victim calming. Dillinger and Dottie will start their first shift together tomorrow.
Best of luck. Yeah. Still to come, college basketball's biggest tournament is revving up and hotels are filling up. More on how Milwaukee is preparing next.
Hi, it's me again. Listen to this. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check every month may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with the benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Check your zip code. It could be dynamite. Call now.
Call 1-800-919-1340. That's 1-800-919-1340 now.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call, check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-476-5600.
That's 1-800-476-5600 now.
With Bath Planet, you get industry-leading products to modernize your bathroom with personalized options to fit your needs. Bath Planet has custom-built showers, baths, and maintenance-free wall surrounds with over 100 different colors and styles. Our certified installers can be done in as little as a day using products backed by the Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval and a matching labor warranty. Right now, you can receive 10% off your entire project and 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
The 2022-23 school year is right around the corner, so mark March 18th on your calendar for the Pike Lake Kindergarten registration. Last names A through I come on down from 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. and J through Z from 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Register for the future class of 2035. Blue Rock Grill features a seasonally rotating cocktail list as well as an extensive selection of sought-after spirits. Whether you're seeking a quick sandwich for lunch, a nap and a cocktail, or the perfect night out with friends, choose Blue Rock Grill, located next to the Miller Hill Mall.
Link RV is proud to provide our customers with the largest RV service facility in northern Wisconsin. With an enormous parts and accessories department and technicians with over 100 years of combined RV service experience, we'll keep you camping all season long. Link RV, where reputation is everything.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app.
As March Madness approaches, hotels in Milwaukee are filling up.
Our sister station in Milwaukee spoke to business leaders in the area as they gear up for this national event.
March Madness is selling on hotel rooms quickly in Milwaukee.
Going into this morning, we were sitting at about 80% occupied.
And prices are going up.
We've seen fairly large increases in pricing throughout this week, over $200 for rooms.
Adam Jodish is the area general manager for the Hilton Garden Inn downtown. He is expecting a sellout, along with every other hotel downtown.
In addition to March Madness coming in, we also have a regional volleyball tournament. So in total, we should see about 25,000 visitors this weekend.
Visit Milwaukee says NCAA teams, media, and officials will account for at least 5,000 rooms alone.
We only have 16,000 rooms available within basically 15 miles of downtown.
Milwaukee's Mitchell International Airport is already greeting visitors with March Madness signs at the gate. And hot tourist spots like the public market are getting ready for a big spike in visitors.
It's going to be madness in the market.
Executive Director Paul Schwartz expects this to be one of the busiest weekends of the year so far.
We inform our vendors so that they can staff up and then also order enough product.
He says the market will have the games playing on every TV. Certain vendors will also have March Madness specials going on all day during the games.
You can watch many of those March Madness games right here on CBS 3.
Tonight, a special edition of the CBS Evening News from the Poland-Ukraine border. Our CBS News exclusive. We're on the ground with American soldiers working around the clock to man one of the most sophisticated air defense systems in the world, all in an effort to deter Russian aggression. Plus, the surrogate babies stranded. We take you inside the basement nursery inside Ukraine's capital. The extraordinary agony as biological parents don't know when they'll greet their children. That's all tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. If you're 45 years or older, talk to your provider about screening options. The best colorectal cancer screening is the one that gets done.
Do you listen to the TV on high volume or have trouble hearing conversations? Then you would benefit from hearing aids. Don't waste thousands on expensive hearing aids when you can get Nano's revolutionary technology for just $297. Don't be fooled by higher-priced hearing aids. The CIC Recharge is a true hearing aid, not an amplifier. With rechargeable technology many customers say is superior to more expensive models. Call now and get not one, but 2 Nano hearing aids for just $297. Plus, we'll add a portable charging case and ship your order absolutely free. The CIC Recharge has a tiny in-the-ear canal design that is nearly invisible. Why keep missing out on important conversations or waste thousands of dollars? Call and get 2 CIC Recharge hearing aids for only $297 and free shipping.
800-758-1647. Again, that's 800-758-1647.
Black Bear Casino Resort will have you feeling lucky in March. Saturday nights beginning March 5th through the 19th. 4 winners will be chosen each hour between 6 and 9 p.m. for a chance at winning up to $1,500. Then on Grand Prize Night, Saturday, March 26th, 3 winners will be chosen each hour for a chance at up to $10,000. Start earning entries February 27th. Visit blackbearcasinoresort.com for details. Make the Bear your place to feel lucky in March.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northlands still to this day. Join me, Kristen Baki, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining.
Brought to you by Range Regional Airport. Watch Eye on Mining with Kristen Baki every Tuesday at 10. Only on live local CBS 3.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Tuesday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6.
Tonight at 5, we learn more about how the city of Superior is taking on their child care crisis. The city council has set aside funds from the American Rescue Plan that they will use as grants to help providers stay afloat. During tonight's council meeting, councilors will finalize requirements for businesses to be able to apply.
And tonight at 6, Chisholm is gearing up for some long-awaited improvements to its fire and emergency services building. What renovations the city has planned coming up tonight at 10.
That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next.
We'll see you back here at 6.